What's going on, Game Day Nation? My name is Omar.
It's your boy Steven.
Right now, we're going to talk about the AFC South and how they did over the offseason through the draft, through free agency, and everything. Let's get to it with the AFC South champions, the Texans. Sir, they did a lot of pickups, man. And I feel like they're doing a good job. They're heading in the right direction. You know, people might say that Bill O'Brien is kind of shaky as head coach because he's on a hot seat by trading away
DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean, that's a trade. But they did went 14th overall in offense, 19th in defense, 15th in passing, and 9th in rushing. How do you think they did this offseason?
Well, at first, when they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, I wasn't really too excited for this upcoming season for the Houston Texans. But I gave it a look at the roster. I saw the draft. And on paper, looks pretty good. Honestly, my grade, I would give them B+. I would have given them an A if it wasn't for D-Hop departure. But overall, I look at their draft right here. They did get a defensive tackle because defense was a bit shaky this past season, right?
It was.
So they got Ross Blacklock, defensive tackle from TCU, who's a run stopper. He's a dominant player. He could disrupt the offensive line. And he's not a type of person who'll get you sacks, but he'll definitely be that someone that will disrupt everything and just destroy offensive line and get to the QB, pressure the QB, which is highly important for the QB to get pressure. Throw, let's say, I don't know, high ball, whatever, and so the corners can be a lot easier for them to get a pick, fumble, whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. I think what's important is to have turnovers for the defense. Also, now DeAndre Hopkins did leave, but they did pick up Randall Cobb, and on paper you have Kenny Stills, Randall Cobb. Yeah, now they had David Johnson, Brandon Cooks, and Will Fuller. They got 4 great wide receivers right there, and I believe they can make it work. Deshaun Watson, you already know he's a baller. So this season, I'd say pretty good. Offseason, really pretty good. And I wouldn't say I have high expectations for the upcoming season, but they should definitely make a run to win the AFC South once again.
I would say I had to give him a B for an overall grade this offseason. B+, my bad, B+. Like he said, D-Hop is the only one that's making me stay away from an A.
Yep.
Because I'm still kind of shaking on that trade on why he want to do such a thing. But if he feels like it's right, it's right. Because, you know, he is the GM and coach of the team. However,
although I don't fully agree with
exactly.
Bill O'Brien like that.
But I will give them a B+. The reason why they really did focus on the defense and mainly their passing defense. They picked up a lot of corners in the offseason, and that's what they really need help on because they did place 29th overall in passing yards allowed, 25th rushing yards allowed, 28th in yards allowed, and 19th in points allowed. I feel like they could have worked out a little bit more, so that's what they did in the draft, and that's also what they did over offseason. They did pick up a notable cornerback, Vernon Hargreaves. I think that's a great pickup, a veteran on the corner position that can help out the rookie corner. 4th round pick, John Reed from Penn State, another stud. I really do believe that they're heading in the right direction in the defensive spot for sure. They also pick up a defensive tackle, Ross Blacklock. I think that's a good
Went second round, by the way.
Went second round, TCU. And I believe it would be a perfect combo with him, and you have on the edge with J.J. Watt. So I think it will really help out with the pass rush.
Yeah, so definitely help out the pass rush. And judging the fact that they had about 5 draft picks, and for the amount of ammo they had.
And no first round.
Yeah, for the amount of ammo they had, they did hit the right spots, I believe. So that's why they had a great draft to me. Free agency, they picked up the right players and positions and needs. They did get a backup quarterback in A.J. McCarron. You already know what he can do. Be a great backup for Deshaun Watson if he gets injured. You never know these days in football when injuries are guaranteed. So you need a solid backup QB right there.
Yep.
But, I mean, on paper, this roster looks pretty nice. Should have a better season than the past. But
hopefully they won't struggle this season coming up with because this division is up for grabs because the Titans, they were hot in the last end of their season and went to the wild card and next to division. I really believe that they actually can compete still for number 1 spot in the division, but again, DeAndre Hopkins, even though, don't get me wrong, Will Fuller, he did ball out instead of D Hop, but D Hop was being double teamed, but doesn't give him an excuse. But I honestly believe the Texans can go to the playoffs again, with the help of Deshaun Watson, and now with Brandon Cooks a deep threat. Kenny Stills a deep threat as well. Randall Cobb could be a 50-50 jump baller. But these are players that D-Hop really wasn't. D-Hop wasn't really a deep threat. I understand that you always see him highlights of going deep passes, but he was more of a route runner when you think about it. I see him more as a I'm trying to think of a route runner right now. He's more of a athletic Larry Fitzgerald. That I think I would compare him like that. More athletic Larry Fitzgerald. But I really do believe they're going more of a deep threat approach because that's what Deshaun Watson is used to. That's what he does. He's always throwing the ball deep. Not really more of a short passer type of guy. He's always looking for those big plays. Yeah. And I think that's where he excels at, and that's what Bill O'Brien, I think, is leading towards.
Yeah, but like I was saying before, they're going to have competition now with the Colts and, with the Titans. So, should be an interesting season for the Texans for sure.
I'm not going to lie. I had Will Ford on my fantasy team last season. I was kind of upset because he didn't do jack crap at all because this man was injured. Like, in and out injury. I was upset. Like, this is the reason why I came in 9th place, because of that man. Because he kept getting injured. Because he felt like, you know what, I'm going to be injured for this game. But that's the point. Anything else, sir?
Not really much. Texans, they got the pieces they need, and not really much to say. B+, like I said, overall off-season grade.
Yeah, I'm giving also a B+ for overall all-season grade as well.
Yeah, let's see if Deshaun Watson wants to stay any longer with Houston. People are saying he should demand a trade, or he's not happy because DeAndre Hopkins was his college roommate, I believe, and obviously college teammate back in Clemson. So, and when you take that away, things get a little shaky around, behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. And D-Hop did say he was never had a close connection with Bill O'Brien. So
we'll see how the relationship with Bill O'Brien and Deshaun Watson, because they love that man, but I don't know how Deshaun Watson.
Because the head coach and the quarterback, you need that chemistry together, man. Anyways, that wraps up for today's video.